Okay, so. Today I'm gonna repot this orchid. I wanted to wait until the flowers started wilting and falling off. If you repot it while the flowers are still on, then you're pretty much dooming it to like kind of instantly have the flowers fall off. So I don't like the potting mix that, the moss that the orchids that you buy from the store usually come in. I have such bad dark circles under my eyes right now. This is an example of an orchid that I repotted earlier. You can see that it is starting to put out a little shoot type thing. If I can get this to focus, maybe not, maybe. And it's putting out a new leaf too, so that's exciting. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and there we go. And yeah, this is just like, it always is. It's just like so gross, and I don't know, I just feel like it really promotes rot. Since it's just this big lump of wet moss, it's so much harder to dry out. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. And I like to give my plants a good soak. And with moss, I feel like when I give it a good soak, it just stays like that for forever, and it isn't good for the plant. Because the thing is, orchids in the wild grow on trees. They don't grow in the ground. So they just, you know, get the mossy and kind of wet bark, but it's not like a straight up huge ball of moss that's just gonna stay like soaked. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are tons of people who have their orchids thrive in moss, but I just personally do not find it to be, I don't know, it's not my preference. Oh my God, that would be Archer, my cat. Providing music for us. Thank you. Thanks. I'm just trying to get all this moss out. It's all stuck in between the roots. But what I might do is I might just rinse off the roots in a minute here. I kind of find it weirdly therapeutic to just pick out all this moss. So I'm just gonna do that until I'm scared I'm to the point of like harming the roots or something. And then I'll just wash out the rest. Okay, we'll go wash this out. Now, when I'm washing it out, I wanna use lukewarm water so I don't shock the plant with super cold water. Because once again, it grows in a tropical rainforest and the rain there isn't too cold. My sink is super finicky. It'll get super hot or super cold, but not in between. So now I'm just gonna snip off any pieces that I think are looking a little bit too gross, a little bit rotten or dead, just so I can have all the good energy as possible. But make sure you're also not damaging any healthy roots. Now that we've got this in a little cleaned up state, I am going to put it in the new potting mix. Oof, I don't want to get the moss on this. Trying to like clear a little area here and getting wet moss on my hands. Yum. I have my orchid bark mix. So I have that a little bit more than halfway, about halfway, maybe a tiny bit more. I just want to make sure that I'm not pushing the roots too much. I'm not making them too tight in there. They just want to be loosely fitting in there with a lot of space to breathe because, like I said, they're usually just sitting up on trees. They're not all constricted. So you want them to have space. That's probably good. Might put a teeny bit more in there just for a little bit of stabilization, but for the most part, that's pretty good. Last thing I want to do is just take these spikes. I have this plant food fertilizer. I'm gonna put that in there. Oh, and I dropped it. So just cut this in half, drop it once more, and then I'm just gonna insert these on either side and just push them down. Just putting that in there, and boom. And so we're done. And it's back in its home, happy. We're about to be happy.